Hello and welcome back, children. This is Mr. Muzaffar presenting before you the sixth chapter of your Honeydew Reader. The name of the chapter is Expert Detective. My dear children, I have divided this chapter into three parts. Yesterday I have discussed with you one part of this chapter. Today I will teach you the next part of this chapter. Let me remind you the previous knowledge, my dear children. Okay, I told you the story is about Maya. She was 10 years old and her brother, namely Nishad. He was 7 years old. They both were curious to know about Mr. Nath, who had been living there for over a year. Yesterday I have discussed it with you, my dear children. This story is about a girl. The name of the girl is Maya. She was 10 years old and she had a brother, namely Nishad. He was 7 years old. They both were working as expert detectives. My dear children, in their surrounding, in their neighborhood, there was a man, namely Mr. Nath. He was living there over a year. He was living there. He had been living there over an year, my dear children. He was lonely and He was lonely and thin man. He was lonely and thin man and looked like starved. It clearly indicates that he has not eaten anything from days. He was looking thin. He was looking thin. Okay, he was looking thin. Maya was of the opinion. Now Maya was of the opinion that he is a criminal. Maya was of the opinion that he is a criminal, and Nishad was of the opinion that he is poor and friendless. They both put their consents, they both put their views, and it is Maya, she thought that he is criminal, and Mr. Nishad had an opinion that he is poor and friendless. Later they start debating about him. They start debating about Mr. Nath and his profession. Maya intercepted burn marks on his face. What Maya intercepted? She intercepted burn marks on her face. And on Monday, now it was on Monday after their mama's birthday, okay, as Maya had to spend the day with a school friend. She had to spend a whole day with her school friends. Nishad went to Mr. Nath's room alone and offered him, what he offered him? He offered him a chocolate bar. And he was trying to know who he is. Actually, he was trying to know who he is, what Mr. Nath is doing here over an year. That's why he offered him a chocolate bar. He went alone to his room and offered him a chocolate bar. What he offered him? He offered him a chocolate bar, my dear children. When he later told of his encounter with the man to Maya, she was disappointed. She was disappointed that she minded but wanted to know more about whatever else her brother had found there. I told you, my dear children, they both were expert detectives. They were trying to know more and more about Mr. Nath. That's why they were visiting separately to his room. That's why they were debating over him. That's why Maya intercepted that she had a burned face on his cheeks, and they put their consents. Maya told that he is a criminal, and this Mr. Nishad told that he is friendless and poor. And when it was the birthday of their mamas, and Maya spent whole day with his friends in the school, and Nishad went alone to his room, and when he in his room, and later he offered him a chocolate bar, my dear children. Okay, what happened there? What happened there? He saw a man there. He found a man there. He found a man there, and he talked to that man, and the name of the man was Mr. North. Mr. North. He used to bring food for him every day. He used to bring food for every day. He used to bring food for every day. But it was Mr. Prasad, it was Mr. Nishad. He realized that Mr. Nath is not taking care. He's not keen of the food. He's not keen of the food. After giving him of the food, he used to give him the tip. He used to give him the tip. But he's intercepting what is happening there. He's intercepting that what is happening there. He used to brought food for him. Mr. North did not care for. Mr. North did not care for the food. He tipped him well. He tipped him well. Maya intercepted it all. They both intercepted it all. After coming once, she came back from the school, and they both reached to his room. And there they realized that there they saw a man. There they saw a man. The name of the man was Mr. Ramesh. Mr. Ramesh, and they talked to him, they spoke to him, and he told them that I am always bringing food for Mr. North. But what they observed that he did not care for the food, and he used to tip him well. But Miss Maya intercepted it all. Miss Maya intercepted it all as a great conspiracy. What she intercepted, she thought that it is a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy to Mr. North. It clearly indicates that they were sharing their looted money. They were sharing their looting money, my dear children. I hope you have understood this part of this chapter. My dear children, tomorrow I am going to teach you the third part of this chapter, and on same day I am going to upload worksheets regarding this lesson. Thank you and have a good day.